Hello, everyone, and welcome to a Sunday Night Live at the Stamping Zoo. I hope you're all doing well. Please jump on, of course, and let me know if you're here. Let me know if you're live and what you're doing on this Sunday afternoon. I'm so glad to have you here. I was fiddling around with technology. You know how it goes sometimes. I was trying to actually bring my face on. Wow, I look fantastic today. See, I can say that now. I was trying to bring my face on, but I don't know. The camera wouldn't work. The camera just says like, no thanks. You're not camera ready tonight. So, whatever. We've got the hands. That's really the interesting part, isn't it? Well, so I am very happy to be coming with you tonight, whatever. It's in that middle part, isn't it? I've been in the craft room most of the weekend having so much fun. And then I was like, you know what? I told those ladies that I wanted to jump on and say hello to them. And so, God willing, I'm going to get a lot of you tonight, right? I don't know if my notifications are going live or not. So just hang in there with me. Tell a friend. If you don't see your friend here, say, hey, friend, come on. Come say hi to us. And you can do that simply by sharing the video, right? We know the routine. Lori just shared the video. Thank you so much, Lori, for letting your friends know that we are live. We have touchdown. We have liftoff. We have touchdown. No, Lisa, we're just getting started, for goodness sake. Okay, so I am trying to, there we go. I can at least see the comments. Hello, everybody. Hello, Jean, Roz, and Andrea. Holly. Hi, Holly. Roz, you just finished dinner. You know what, Roz? When I was setting the time, I was like, now let's see. What time is it at my friend Roz's house? I was thinking of you. Now, I don't know when you eat dinner, but I gave it a guess. And look, I guessed right. Hello, Anne. How are you doing from your relaxing digs tonight? I hope you're having a good night. And hello, Deborah. Very nice to see you. Good. Oh, Jean says she got the notifications. Okay. You know, I don't know how it works sometimes. With Switcher, I wonder. And then sometimes people pop on and they say, like, it's not telling me anymore. So I appreciate the feedback. Yes. Hello, Della. Sorry, I was trying to mix your first and last name. Dagar, right? Della Wagar from Jamestown, North Dakota. Friend of Pam. Where's Pam, Della? You better tell her to get in here. Hello, Mitzi. Yes. Don't try to be absent even on a Sunday because, you know, I'll find you. I will hunt you down. Not really. In the nicest, craftiest way, right? Well, as you can see, I was thinking about what to do, what products to use, and then I told you I solicited questions or comments. No one commented on that, and so I was like, you know what? I haven't used this. I mean, I just very, very shortly I used it, but I don't think I've used the stamp set. And the papers are really cool. Oh, well, I guess that tells us I haven't used the stamp set. So if you're wondering how to put your cling stamps on, I won't do them for all of the stamps, but I will show you because every time I do that, even though I feel I have a video about it, just about that on YouTube, I mean, you know, I can't imagine that my millions of followers on YouTube haven't seen that video yet, but in case you're wondering, I do have a video just about how to mount labels onto cling stamp sets. But if somehow you've missed that, you know, because I'm right up there with Jennifer McGuire in terms of subscribers, huh? So if you've somehow missed that, we will do a couple of those tonight. And this paper is stunning. You've probably seen other demonstrators using this, and there's a reason why, because it's stunning, right? It was part of our pre-order availability. My gosh, we had so many things available for pre-order. This was actually, I think I went back the second or third time and got this paper. So it's 12 by 12 paper. This is just a sampling. Again, there's 6 different designs. Okay, and these are the different papers, but this one is a little bit different because some of the designs are not evenly spread across the entire 12 by 12 paper. And this is why I'm choosing this in particular. There's one piece of paper in here that I want us to work with tonight. Hi, Leslie and Sherry, and I see Kathy Strang coming in. Hello. The paper intimidates you. I'm so glad you mentioned that, because I felt a little like, what do I do with a couple different patterns that are in this paper? So you, I will not speak for you, Andrea, but you, if you are brave, and I know you are, because you homeschool. Okay, so I know you're brave, Andrea. If you don't mind, tell me, what is it about it that intimidates you? There are a couple of pieces of paper in here. Again, the pattern is not symmetrically laid out. And I thought, they give me pause, right? It's like, well, how am I going to do this paper justice, right? Because all of its action is down here, right? And then you kind of go off into, it looks like a solid color, but really it's not. There's a lot of different pattern in there. And so I actually saw a video on YouTube this morning. I'm sure it came up in my feed because it had a bazillion views on YouTube. And the lady was called MayMay or Mama or Mimi or something like that. She had a little bit of a southern accent. Y'all probably know who I'm talking about. But she was doing something very similar. And of course it, you know, isn't it fun when it was very serendipitous that I happened to catch this video when I woke up at 7 o'clock. That was too early. But I caught enough of the video to see that she did kind of the same thing. She took a piece of paper that was, now we are lucky in that Stampin' Up! Is a paper crafting company, and they really focus on their card makers, sorry. And so lots of our papers are not symmetrical, but the pattern crosses the whole pieces of paper. I don't know if I'm explaining that correctly, but I'll just show you. We have designs like this, right? Where it doesn't matter how you cut it, you're going to get something on every piece that you cut. But then when you come to a beautiful sheet of paper, this is beautiful, but this, you come to this and you go, well, what can I do to give this like the most life? Or I might see this as a card, but then like, what about this part? Do I do a slim line? You know, your mind starts reeling. And I loved what this lady did. I loved it so much that we're going to do it tonight. Now, I don't know. Is mine going to turn out like hers? No, because she used different paper completely. It was more of a scene. But that's okay, because we have the same situation here in this beautiful paper. And Andrea, again, I will not speak for you, but I will say it intimidated me too. And I get all the things and work with all the stuff. And I've been making oodles of designs, right? But this paper, notice I haven't cut it. I haven't cut the other sheet either. So I have two of these, and I am not a hoarder. I'm a user. Well, you know, not of people, but of products. And so I wanted to use this, and isn't it cool? So it's called Sun Prints, right? And it does, I think for a lot of us, it harkens back to something that we all probably did in grade school or biology or wherever, in that you can put pieces of flowers and leaves and things on paper and leave it out in the sun, and the sun will bleach the paper, and then where the greenery is, it will stay a little bit darker colored. And so then when you remove all the greenery, you'll have like a little bit of a shadow. Now this is like taken to the nth level, right? This is obviously some, I don't know, really cool photography or something. I don't know how it was done, which is one reason why I really love it. But anyway, the design leaves you like, if you're not a scrapbooker that does 12 by 12 sheets, you go, what do I do with this paper? Okay, so that is the paper we're going to work with tonight. And then to further just kind of switch it up, we're going to use note cards. We're going to use our note cards and envelopes. Now, that does remind me that I saw something really cool and that we are getting our craft note cards and envelopes back with the new catalog. So, you know, they're craft color, craft paper, 20 of them for $10. And I believe that's the same price for these too, 20 for $10. They're 3.5. What's the finished card size? Yep, 3.5 by 5. And they come with envelopes, like I said, 20 for $10. They're great. They're our same, I kind of think they're basic white thick. Yeah. Andrea says it's intimidating because it's only one color and it looks more scrapbook friendly than card friendly. It's gorgeous. And you brought it and you bought it, but it scares you. Plus it looks fancy schmancy. I'm with you, right? We kind of said the same thing, didn't we, Andrea? Which is like, can I do this paper justice? I don't scrapbook. What am I supposed to do with this? Is this supposed to be framed? Well, yes, you could frame it. You could put it on the back of your magnet board if you have that kit, which is like fantastic. But I don't want to do that. I want to do something else with it. So, so it's probably a good time. Oh, I'm going to take a breath, wait for a few more people to get on. And in the meantime, I'm going to give you one last reminder. Woohoo! It was a little tease there, huh? This won't be long. One last reminder that my In Color Club, I'm still taking members for the club, right? You don't have to submit a resume or anything to be in the club. You just have to tell me, I love all the new In Colors. This is Parakeet Party, and it's just a sample of what you will get when you are in my In Color Club. Now, for $55 a month, you are going to get a full-size ink pad and the re-inker. Here we go. Okay. You're going to get the Stampin' Blends, light and dark, so the full combo pack, right? You're going to get a full roll of the In Color twine, and over the course of the 5 months, you'll get a full package of the In Color matte decorative dots. You will also, over the 5 months, get a full package of the 6x6 glimmer paper. It's not called glitter paper, right? It's called glimmer paper because, well, I think it's called this because the difference is it doesn't come off when you die cut it. It doesn't come off when you cut it with scissors, with your hands, nothing. Okay, it's really good that way because we like the shine. We don't necessarily like the mess, right? And again, you will get, I think it's 8 sheets of the In Color DSP. So over the course of the 5 months, you're collecting a full amount of all of these products, okay? And you will also get 4 each month, 4 cards from the Tea Boutique suite that have matching envelopes that are gorgeous, little decorative there. And they will feature the In Color, right? I will be making a thank you card featuring the In Color, and I'm not going to show you that because I have to leave some surprises. And also, you will have 5 months of classes and belonging to an exclusive Facebook group simply for our In Color club. Okay, so I'll be sending you, along with these envelopes and card bases, I'll be sending you some pieces and parts, some die cuts, things like that. No stamped images, but other things. I'll be sending you other things that you can use to make cards out of this. I will choose a featured bundle, probably from the new catalog, a new bundle, right? Because we want to play with the new things. You can either use that bundle or you can choose something from your stash. But rest assured, we're going to have a fun class every month that features these card bases, as well as I'm not going to just jump on once a month. We'll be sharing pictures with each other. I really want it to be a fun, interactive time, and I'll be posting on there various times throughout the month. And then every month you get this really cool little zippered packet. Now, they don't all match, but I think 3 of them match. You know, like when one's clear and one doesn't match. Okay, so yeah, thanks, Kathleen. Aren't they perfect? They are perfect. And when you get this in the mail, this is a little too big for the envelope, so it'll be like folded with a bunch of bubble wrap around it. So when you get this, you're going to get it priority, 2-day priority. So everything will be kind of out, but in their full packages. And then the envelope itself, or the, I don't know, pocket protector, whatever you want to call it, itself will be kind of sandwiched in some bubble wrap so that it doesn't crease. So anyway, it's super fun, and it's a really easy and nice way to keep your things organized. I definitely wanted it to be kind of all-inclusive, right? And I may have forgotten some other things you get, but again, you're getting everything that's in color except for the in-color markers, the watercolor markers, okay? And at the very end of 5 months, you get a free package of DSP, 48 sheets featuring the in-colors. It's Tea Boutique. It's not sitting right here by me, or I would show you. But anyway, so, woo, that's a lot, isn't it? Okay, so please think about that. I will put it in the description to this video after we finish here. After this excitement, we're going to cut this paper. Everybody gather around. We're going to cut this paper up. Yes, we are. Okay, so this is what the lady did on... Here, I need to straighten you up a little bit for the grand event here. This is what the lady did on YouTube. Again, I don't remember her actual name. I thought I would remember it, or I would have written it down, because I like to give credit. But you'll know her because there were like thousands of views. MayMay, Mama, something like that. Okay, I'll go back and I'll find out. And I will put that as a description in the video too, in case you'd like to look at it. So I'm going to make sure, I know that I want to cut some of this across lots of the card bases, right? So I don't want to cut it this way and then just have all of the white images over here. I want to cut it crosswise. I know that. Now, this is what I thought was so brilliant. We're going to just turn the paper over, and then we are going to let it fall where it may, right? And like I said, we have these that are 3.5 by 5. So let's give it a 1/4 inch border. So we're going to do 3 1/4, right? 3.5, 3 1/4. Oh my gosh. Check it out, Andrea. I just cut the paper and then just sit it here. 3 1/4. I hope you guys can kind of see my trimmer. I know that part of it's probably off. Oh, and it looks like my screen is frozen. MayMay made it. That sounds right. 3 1/4. Thank you so much for saying that. Because I didn't know. And then you'll have this extra piece. So 3 1/4, right? And then by 4 3/4. Is that what I was thinking? By 5. Let me just make sure. Yep, by 4 3/4. So we're taking it all down 1/4 inch. Am I still on? Let me see here. Oh, it's just my it's just the wind blowing around over here. Let's see. There I am. Hello, Lisa. Okay, I have to keep up with myself or else I'll get confused. Okay, 4 3/4. I don't need any help getting confused. Lord help us all. Now it does cut through those 3 pieces. Okay, and then 4 3/4 again. I have no idea what it's going to look like. And then you'll have this left over too, which we can make strips, right? And so then let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with this. Thank you, Andrea. I couldn't even see the comments. Okay, so now this is, let's see what we had left. Oh, which I still like these. When they're small, you do really start to focus on the fact that there are color variations. And this would be beautiful going up the side of a card. Okay, so these are the little pieces that are going to be our background that we're going to have. So now that one, great, stunning. Okay, so now we can kind of like visualize it because we don't have the whole 12 by 12 that we're looking at, right? Yes. Oh, goodness. That's great. It could be portrait or landscape. So we're not even gonna define them as portrait or landscape, but that one just looks gorgeous. See what we're doing here? We're gonna make a very beautiful little set of note cards. Ta-da! Okay, Andrea, it works for me too. I hear you, girl. Okay, now these last two are kind of interesting. Look at this one. I love that because it's like that one little dandelion seed floating off, right? Okay, so there's that. And then we do have one that is mostly the solid color, but that is like such a cool opportunity. So that's what we have now. All right, so let's like start with some of these and see where this takes us, right? We might use some of the die cuts. I'm feeling like, you know, let's just make it easy, right? It's Sunday. The living is easy, right? That's not what the song is. The song is it's summertime and the living is easy, but we're going to say it's Sunday. It is not summertime around here. In fact, if you can see what I'm wearing, it's basically like a buffalo checked snuggie with a hood and armholes on it. That's it, right? It's crazy. And yes, you do. I bet you do have these little cards. I used to have a ton of them because I would always order them on accident instead of the medium envelopes. Why? I don't know. Finally, I had to cross them out. And that didn't mean, to me, that didn't mean like, no, you don't ever order those. It just meant stop ordering those. What you want are the medium envelopes. Oh, man. Lisa, I swear, how long have you been doing this? Okay, so now manageable. Yes? Super cute, manageable. We love it. Let me grab the dies so you can see. This is one of those just like really cool all occasion die sets and stamp sets, right? Because it's nature. This can be masculine. This can be feminine. I don't know if kids would love it, but you know, let's be honest. Do we spend a lot of time on kids' cards? I don't know. Maybe some kids that I knew might keep them. But okay, we'll just forget about them for right now. This is a great set for a lot of different people. And I like the sentiments. They're kind of like easy too, aren't they? And then these just really beautiful stamps. I mean, what can you say about them? They're going to be really nice. This one looks slightly distinctive. This does too. And so we'll give them a try. See what we think. There's a little splatter there. That's always handy. And then look at the dies. First of all, it's one of the cool ones that has a wreath with it. I have an idea for one of our note cards with that. It has these that almost look like ginkgo to me. Ginkgo leaves. And then this really cool thing. I don't know what leaf it is. It's like I might know, but I can't quite bring it to my mind. And the other thing that this suite has, which is really quite fun. Let me see if I can find it. Yep, it's right here. It has a 3D embossing folder that is a fern. Isn't that pretty? So you get the paper, the bundle, and the fern embossing folder for, I think it's like $76. But of course you can buy everything separately, or you can buy this as a bundle and save 10%. So yeah, just kind of fun. The funky font is really nice. Oh, Jean, you had the wind. I can only imagine. That sounds chilly. But I'm glad you had a nice day. Good for you. Cut out the wreath. Cut out the wreath. It is a great and beautiful set, Martine. I am really happy with it. It's really pretty. Somebody wanted to use it for another project, and I thought, well, okay, whatever. That's fine. And then I was like, oh, I really like this actually. Now let's see. It also would lend itself, I think, to heat embossing, right? Oh my goodness. Okay, let's cut out the wreath. I take orders from you. Sometimes. Oh, and Roz says she used the wreath, but she cut it up into different sprigs, which is a great idea. One die cut, right? And then it's great. Looks really fun. Let's see here. Let's just try it in white. Let's just get real basic about this. Ugh. I am bringing in the full-sized Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. You gotta have it. Gotta have it. We don't gotta have it, but it does really raise the stakes for your card making once you have a die cutting machine. This full-size machine is $120. And the mini machine is $60. I have both. I use both. You see me using them all the time. Well, that just popped right out of there. Oh, look at that. If I were going to use this as a whole thing and do a bunch of them, I probably would put adhesive sheet on the back. But there is enough space where you can easily find little areas to put some liquid glue. So that's a winner right off the bat. And since you guys somebody wanted that, I think it was Jean. Let's take a look at the piece that, of course, I think it will kind of show off the best on, which is that one that's blank, right? Let's take a look at this. And so we're not going to put the entire wreath on it. It's going to be kind of like that 12 by 12 paper, right? Once we cut it down to size, we're going to see it slightly differently than we did before. So let's take this, and again, you do need your bone folder. It just makes these note cards look really nice and put together. Really nice and straight. Okay, then we'd have that. Then we just need to choose, like, I think I like that right there. So I'm going to take this and use my silicone mat, do a little gluing. Why not? If I can find my glue. There we go. Normal story, right? Normal story. It's all right in front of me. Okay, so I'm going to use that little hole as a guide and this leaf as a guide. And I'm just going to kind of put some glue on different areas. You know me, it doesn't need to be stuck down in a million different places. I'm okay with having some of the leaves and the foliage kind of dimensional. I actually prefer that because this one has a lot of embossing on it anyway. So let's really let it, you know, just kind of show itself off on the front of this card. Okay. Now, I hope that some of you have been watching Ozark. I'm kind of embarrassed. I'm finished watching it already. Yes, I am. There's the hole. There's the leaf, right? Yes, I'm finished. It's kind of like when I buy pie, when I eat a pie, right? I may start out telling myself, just have a little slice and then, you know, wait until tomorrow. And at the end, before too long, before I know what's happened to me, I'm gobbling it up. Okay? That's what happened with me and Ozark, part 2 of the season finale and series finale. I think it's the series finale. Oh, goodness, that's pretty. So I watched it all, finished it about 1 o'clock this morning. It was phenomenal. Even after the first, so there was a break. They did season 4, but they did it in 2 parts. So they got us all revved up, and then they made us wait for, I don't know, 3 months or something. So that was really not very nice. But we are okay. We say, Netflix, you may abuse us because we will wait. So anyway, it came back on, and then, I don't know, did it come on Friday? I don't even know. How embarrassing. It's done in this household as of 1 o'clock this morning. So, yeah, there was that. And boy, it was a stunner. Ooh, this is, speaking of a stunner, this is pretty. I like this. I'm going to glue this down right now. I did grab, we have some, I think it's gray granite. It's really pretty ribbon. Do I have any? No, it's out. That's because I used it on something else I really liked, right? So I have a couple different choices, and I'm really liking them. I have the white crinkle seam binding ribbon, which was, you know, not orderable for a minute. And finally I got that back in my stash. And this is so great for coloring with your blends if you want to. It just soaks it right up and just becomes, of course, any color you want. And then I also grabbed the metallic mesh ribbon, which looks like so huge, but it just, when you like tie it into a bow or a knot, it goes down to nothing. This was part of a Halloween suite, and it really was kind of made to evoke spider webs. So I'm sure it does that for you, right? It's really cool. Okay, so now let's take a look at what we might like here. Do I want to use this? Do I want to use this, or do I think that might be a little much? I might just want like a straight strip. These are just like simple note cards, right? I want to do like 6 of them and call it good. Andrea, there is not a wreath stamp. Now, you could sort of fashion these things into a wreath. Yes, you could. But not a wreath stamp in this set. Might be another one. I don't know yet. I don't have the catalog memorized yet. But so we're going to do that. And then, let's see here. I also have, where are the stylish shapes dies? When I say I have been working like a maniac in here, I am not joking around. Okay, we could use one of these. I don't know. Might be too long, or we might not like. So they're all kind of, they're not stitched, but they have like little pin dots in them. Sort of like the nested label, stitched nested label dies. Remember those? I think even, no, I think we should just have like a straight strip. And we could put some different colors in of the blue with these little images. So I'm sorry, I cannot read your comments right now. My computer is totally slow. Don't ask me why, but that's okay. Probably because it's Sunday. Oh, I know why. Because I'm running a couple different devices, right? That is always a little perplexing. It goes, hey, look, we're not like Data Central here. We're not in the Amazon data farm. We are just the Stamping Zoo. I like best wishes and happy thoughts. It's very general, but of course you could use it for a wedding or graduation. And that is the time of year, isn't it? I'm sure the weddings will be going crazy, but graduation is right now. Okay, let's take a look at all these beautiful stamps. Have not used them yet, so let me show you. Normally I would do this ahead of time, but as I said, I've been a little busy designing for my 2-day Spring Fever Fest stamping fun. It's going to be both live and in person. I would love for you to join me. The deadlines are coming up. In fact, if you would like to have some of the product, so I will have at least one stamp set and die for each of the designs I've made. But if you'd like to have your own, because, I mean, who doesn't want their own products? I'd really like to hear from you by Monday. Because when that catalog goes live here on Tuesday morning, I'm going to get up at the, dark 30, and I'm going to be ordering. And I don't want anybody to be sad because their order, you know, inventory was low or something. Now, I have no idea if anything will sell out on the first day. I don't know that. But I don't want to have to worry about it. I want all my attendees to be very happy with what we have. So, would love to hear from you by then. And if you have questions, of course, about the different configurations or the different classes, please just let me know. And we will chat about it. Okay, so let's see here. I am sort of back online. So you put the label on the stamp, or you put the label on the block, okay, just like I did there. And then you take the stamp, and I removed the white backing paper from the stamp. So now you have just like this slightly tacky, I won't say it's sticky, it's a slightly tacky sponge area. Okay, so now you take this block, just like you're going to stamp on it. You hover over the shape first, and once you have it all lined up, then you press it down. Because with these labels, you get one shot, and you can't peel them off. I mean, you can, but you'll ruin this sponge. It will just peel it. So if you get one of these stickers not quite right, just trim around the excess and live with it. Because if you peel it off, you will make the stamp pretty much unusable. And that's it, though. That's like a really large stamp, kind of a weird color, or a weird shape. And then here, I can see right here, this has a little bit of an air bubble. If I just take this pokey tool and poke it in there, and then kind of like mash it down, it's good. Okay, so now that I've showed you how to do that on the really complicated, weird one, right? Let's look at our sentiment, best wishes, and happy thoughts. Okay. And so here it goes. I will grab again, just like when you ink a stamp up, I think you have much better control when you choose a block that is closer in size to your stamp. You have better control. And also, just if you're using the smaller ones, you're just going to have better control anyway. Okay, so again, peeling off the backing paper, okay? And I've peeled off the backing paper from the spongy layer of the stamp, right? I know this is Best Wishes. I already looked at it, but I will double check it usually. And then I'm trying to do this. This is always kind of interesting to do this because my head needs to be right here, but you're here. Okay, in the form of my camera. So let me pull it. I need to pull a little bit closer to get the glare off. So you hover over it, right? And then just press it down. And you're good to go. Look at that. We are phenomenal. Okay, now I don't think I want white because I want to show off, I want to just have the wreath be white, right? So this is a beautiful opportunity for heat embossing, don't you feel? And I'm pretty sure that Starry Sky is one of our colors. So let's try Starry Sky cardstock with like silver embossing powder. I said it was going to be simple. It's kind of simple, but it's also kind of special. The little elements that are here will be really showy. And in a set of 6 note cards, I think they'll be really fun. So, and we always love doing a little heat embossing. Don't we though? Let me grab the silver. I am sorry. I cannot see your comments right now, but you know, I always go back and look at them. Okay. So, oh, I do see a little bit now. Karen says, what a great way to put the stickers on the stamps. See, I'm so glad you like that. Yay. Oh my gosh, Jean. 1 bridal shower, 1 wedding, 4 graduations, 1 confirmation, and 160th wedding anniversary. Okay, you definitely, wow, you are going to be one busy card making lady. And she submitted some beautiful poinsettia cards for our 'Tis the Season Christmas crafting challenge. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I love that. And it's going to add some, like, it's going to bring out these little sparks right there. See, there is some starry sky underneath this Night of Navy. And then we're going to put some silver on it. And once you do that, it really brings out those different colors, doesn't it? Okay, let me grab this paper trimmer, which was like hovering precariously over my head, basically. And what I like to do sometimes is I like to be lazy. I'll just say it. So I will take my block with the stamp on it or without, but I will take, let's say I'll take the stamp and I'll put it on here. Okay. And then I can just see about how wide the stamp is. I don't know if you guys can see that, but see, then I can see like, oh, okay, so I need a piece of paper that's like 1 1/4 inches wide. That's how I do it. I do not like separately measure them. I just throw it on the paper trimmer, and then I know, okay, if I get like a strip of paper 1 1/4 inches wide, then I'm good to go. And because I don't like to cut things out afterward, because they very rarely end up straight. They usually look like one hot mess. So I have learned, friends. I have learned. Okay. So let's make sure this is the color we want. Oh, yes. I love it. Can you imagine with the silver? Right? Now this already looks a little wide. Maybe I over judged that. I did. I want to get it as small as possible because I want to show off that wreath. So I could take 1/4 inch off of it and make it 1 1/4 inches. Okay. But I don't want any shape or dots or stitching to compete with that wreath. I just really like the wreath. It's so pretty. Okay, we could also stamp on vellum. I'm not going to, but we could. We could do a lot of things, right? I guess I shouldn't mention like all the things that we could do. Just do it, right? Okay, I have this piece of, I don't even have any grid paper over here. I have this, we're gonna use this, okay? It's backing from, it's like chipboard. So when I send you things, you will often see that I've cut these down because why not? Why not just reuse them? It is one thing I can do for the planet is to reuse my chipboard, right? Okay, so give it a little with your Embossing Buddy. Then take out your Versamark. Yeah, it's kind of dirty. That's okay. And you know why it's dirty? Because it has been sitting in the drawer with all the powder. Okay, so then I've got that inked up. And I'm going to bring this in here. Oh yeah, that looks good. That looks really good. Let's hope that I get a good image. Now, oh, I think it's good. Let's put some powder on it and see how it went. It's a very fine lined font. Looks like handwriting, right? It's very pretty. Not my handwriting, but, and then the bottom of it, of course, has, they know we liked mixed fonts. They figured that out. Stampin' Up. They're like, these stampers like a mixed font. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, let me get the heat tool out. I'm on it. Heat tool. So if you wanted to do a little, what's the first thing I dabbed on the paper? It is called an Embossing Buddy. And we don't sell this anymore. We sold it for a lot of years. And you need to buy one like every 10 years with regular card making. But you can simply get this on Amazon now, okay? Embossing Buddy, or anti-static tool. Okay, with that, I'm going to heat up the gun, heat up the heat tool. Now, I don't want to have this stuff around when I do that. That is Houston, we have a problem. Now, kind of heating that up on my hair, which probably isn't a good idea either. Once I feel that it's uncomfortable, then I'll go ahead and take it to the paper. This shouldn't take too long. And I know that the noise is in your head, in your mic, but I want you to be able to see it because it's fun. This is one of the reasons that we make cards, isn't it? Is for the heat embossing. Oh, mama, that is beautiful. I can't believe that such a fine-lined sentiment came out so clear. It's so pretty. It's probably slightly crooked, but please ignore that. Please be kind. Okay, I'm going to take this because I have a little bit of, on these dark papers like this, you do see a little bit of the Embossing Buddy powder, residue, whatever. It's like cornstarch. And so if you just will take your paintbrush, it's good to have a paintbrush when you're embossing because if you get some little flecks before you heat it up, you can take them off like this, right? You can dust them off and then go ahead and finish heat embossing. Hey, I like this. It's super cute. Okay. Now, let me get some of my, look at these. Remember, I told you I'm using these mismatched pieces and parts of dimensionals, and I'm having so much fun with them because it's super gratifying when you finish a strip of these. You know that. You feel the same way. Okay, so this, I might want a little bit of that ribbon. This ribbon. Not a ton, but I might want just like a couple, you know, swooshes. You know exactly what I'm saying. A couple of swooshes. Embossing Buddy, then Versamark. Yes, we'll do it again, Andrea. So, not to worry, we'll do it again. Now I am going to take, I can use the Seal Plus on this if I go really slowly. It's been ripping up my paper though. Yeah, it's Seal Plus. But it's the best. I'd rather have it too sticky than not sticky enough. But if you try to go fast on the cardstock, you will rip it up. So don't do that. Drive slowly. Okay. And then maybe I just want it kind of like a loop and then crisscrossy over there. Oh yeah, that's good. And because it's crinkled, and so the last thing you want to do is try to make it mind and behave, because that's not what it's for. It's for looking kind of free-flowing. Okay, that's why I like it, because it has so much movement. And I really think it's great for, going to be great for using with that paper that was Waves of the Ocean. It's now sold out, unfortunately. However, you might have a chance to win it in my bingo during the Spring Fever Fest. Yep, that's right. We're having bingo also. If you just want to join in for the bingo, you can do that. That is Friday night here at my casa, my house. And it's Fiesta Bingo night. I'll be making enchiladas. And we'll have chips and salsa. There's going to be a few margaritas, lots of drinks, some sort of dessert. I don't know what yet. So lots of fun, and we're actually going to be doing some make and takes with this very sweet, okay? So we won't be making these, we'll make something else, right? But I just want you to know that this is what we're going to be using, and I think it's so pretty. Oh, it's so cute. Now I want to do one more thing. I know you're like, Lisa, just hold on. But I won't hold on. I'm going to keep going. This is why last time when you saw me, I made 2 cards, didn't I? I made 2 cards, but man, they were cute. So I want to make these little pieces that I said look like ginkgo, right? I want to take these and just do 3 little die cuts. It's like Stampin' Up! New. I wanted to do an odd number, and I'm going to just put them over here. I'm just going off screen for a minute, but you know what I'm doing. I'm die cutting in this starry sky. This color. Oh, you guys, I don't know. Now, maybe I said this last year. If I did, please correct me. I don't know that I've taken to the new in colors this quickly. It's like an immediate love affair with these things. It's like we've been friends forever, right? Me and these in colors were MFEO, made for each other. They're bright, but I don't know why I'm so in love with them, and I'm not really questioning it. I'm just going with it. Oh, I know what I want to do to that. I want to, you're like, stop, please. Remember, we have a little shiny here, so I want to take my WOS Wink of Stella. I am doing an online bingo, Andrea. Yes, you know what? I'm going to send you a message after I get off here tonight, because we were kind of chatting about this on the last live. So I am going to send you the general information, but then I want you to take a look at it and ask me questions. Okay, my Stampin' friend? I would love that. So there is a registration link available for the online version, which will be, it's the weekend after Memorial Day, so it's 2 weeks after the 21st and 22nd. I want to say it's like June 4th, but I don't know that for sure. It's a one-day event on Saturday. We will start mid-morning, 10-ish Mountain Time, and then we will finish the day off with an online bingo. So, yes, we're still going to have, you know, I love my online friends. And if I have to choose, well, I just can't. I have online friends and I have Boise friends, and they're all fantastic. So that's why I'm doing 2 events, of course. So I hope you guys can join me for that. It'll be really fun. Cost of bingo is $40, and that includes all your make and take supplies and all that fun stuff. And then I give away some pretty good prizes, and I think that statistically my bingo's like pretty good, if I do say so myself. Like, I don't have hundreds of people playing, but do you really want hundreds of people playing when you're playing bingo? Think about it. And we do it by Zoom, so it's just really fun. Anyway, I like it, and I hope you guys do too. So then I'm trying to kind of, if I would have thought about this ahead of time, I wouldn't have glued down all the wreath, right? But it doesn't matter. There's so many pieces and parts to this. So again, I took this, die cut 3 of them in the Starry Sky, and then I colored them with the Wink of Stella pen. And I gave them, I don't know, 20 or 30 seconds to dry off, but really the Wink of Stella is so such a thin layer that it's really pretty much dry by the time you put it down. See, I have a little bit of glue there, and I want to sneak this in as a little opportunity to hide that there, and I'll have it come up. Look at this. I love this card. This is really pretty, isn't it? I love it, love it. You can put, obviously you can put these on here too. We have some more. We have some like flower resin dots, I think, that are, again, going to be live on Tuesday. So I don't know that I want them on here. I don't think I want them, you guys. I can't believe I'm saying that. But I don't want them on this card. So what do we think of this card? Do we like this card? I hope so. You will get the link. Thank you so much, Deborah. I will definitely write myself a note right now. Who else would like the link for the online information? I will start a chat with you because I really find it's just helpful to get you on the phone or have a conversation on Messenger. It's just an easy way to answer your questions. So if you are interested in that, please let me know. Andrea and Deborah. And Deborah did a, Deborah knows about this suite because Deborah made a swap card and I got it and it's so gorgeous. Okay, one card. And this was the paper that we thought was like blank, right? Now look at all the different colors that show up in it. I'll stop moving it so maybe you can see that. I think it's really fun. Okay, let's take this one that's like basically done. It needs a sentiment, right? And I don't know if it could get any prettier. And it could also be portrait or landscape. I'm feeling it like this, right? So that's what we're gonna do. And then we might use our fancy sentiment or label die cut. And don't forget about the back too. The back would be like really stunning if you did all of the die cuts and a couple of stamped images and, you know, cut them, or stamped directly on this paper for that matter. If you stamped with that starry sky, I think it will really show up well. So beautiful little note card, really just like this. Like, isn't that pretty? We buy things like this. Well, I don't buy things like this, but I see them in the store and they're not cheap. So, you know, like a couple of the cards in your note card set can just show off the beautiful paper. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, I'm going to take this actually. See, I made myself curious. And so I'm going to take that stamp that we put. Now I realize I'm getting things really close and messy in here. It looks messy on the screen. It's kind of gives me the jitters. How can I work in it? I don't know. When I look at the screen, I go, oh my Lord. Get that off there, Lisa. Look. I'll move you over. That was magic. Okay, so we're going to stamp on the back side of this because we're going to glue it down. But in the meantime, we can take a little practice. Wow, I got a lot of ink on that. So I hope I don't rock and roll it, right? Don't ghost it out. Keep it stable and then bring it straight up. Oh, that hurts my heart. It's so pretty. Look at that. That's beautiful. Now I have to decide whether I want to use that or the other side. That's a toughie. Okay, Jean, no, I would not. I would be so happy. First, I'd probably cry because I'm a crier, okay? And then I'd be like, get in here. We're making cards, we're having bingo, and we are eating enchiladas. I think I'm going to do green chili chicken enchiladas. Yum! I have to check with everyone to see if I need to make just cheese enchiladas. I'm very open to that. In fact, I'm not all about the proteins, but I do like a little chicken in the enchilada. Anyway, that's what I'm thinking we're going to have, right? Doesn't it sound good? Okay, so look at that stamp. So Deborah stamped this and cut it out for our die cut, and it's just, I mean, for her card. And I think it's so gorgeous. So you can see right there how pretty it is. Wow. You can emboss that as well. Okay, so that's just a little flavor of what that looks like. I am going to keep it on this side. Oh, well, yeah, I mean, of course I did it on that particular one. But now we know. And I do that. Sometimes your cards that I send you have little secrets on the back side of them that you know nothing about. It's like the secret masterpiece that's hidden behind the Mona Lisa, right? Because I tried things out. I may have been like, I want to see what a stamp looks like. And so why not just stamp it on the paper? The only thing you really can't do that with is Stampin' Blends because they bleed through the paper. But other than that, like, use it. If you're curious, just ink it up. That's part of the fun of owning these things, right? Is that you can ink them up anytime you want to. Put them on paper and see what it looks like. This would make a beautiful note card set to use as a gift. Exactly, Jean. You can take it to one of your 20 events you've got planned. My goodness. I had no idea North Dakota was so, like, social. You guys are probably social because you've spent months alone because of the snow. And so then you're like, oh my gosh, we have to get out and see each other every weekend. We must. Okay. Oh, this one's so cute. It looks like dill, but it can be other flowers too, but I think it looks like dill. And isn't this paper so fun? Yes, Kathy, I want you to come too. You know what? We've talked about it before, and I don't know when. I mean, we're not going to get together for this year's on stage because it's really not very, well, it's not very convenient for me. So I'm not going to be able to go, and I'm really going to be hurt about that too. Look at this. Look at this paper. Andrea Cox, are you checking it out? Remember this paper that we were intimidated by? And look, there's a little something there. I'm going to put the DSP on the front of that. That's where my paper's going to go. So anyway, Andrea and I were all scared about using this paper. We were scared. And we just turned it over and cut it up. And look what happened. We're not scared anymore. We're not. Well, I might be scared about other things, but not this. Oh, this is so... It's just precious. And I don't like to say that a lot. But it's precious. This is like one little floaty. That one's going that way. One little dandelion wish floating off. Now, I have seen something on social media. I don't know. Are you guys doing this? There were calls to leave your first crop of dandelions. And so, like, let your yard go to dandelions for the bees. I love bees. I love honey. I don't know if I'm all gung-ho about letting my yard go to seed or whatever for a while. Yes, Marcia. Hello. Very nice to see you. Oh, Andrea says yes. We are... Oh, look at this one. Andrea is so cute. You must go cut your paper. I mean it. You've got to do it. Oh, it's so adorable. Overwhelming as a 12 by 12. Adorable as a note card. Oh, gosh. So cute. So, yes, we are all going to get together at various times. I know we are. I don't want to get cocky, but I have been feeling better, which makes a world of difference in whether I go and do things and see and be seen and all that business. So that part's really good. All right, let's check out our other sentiments. We have so many fun ones. Hello there. Hello there. A heartfelt thank you. You're on my mind. I think the You're on my mind would be really fun to put on the front of the little stamp set, or, you know, of the little, if we use our acetate card box or something. I hadn't even thought that far about putting this into one of our cute little acetate boxes, which, by the way, are they sold out yet? I don't know. They might be. They're retiring, and I was like, what? The what? What? Then I immediately bought like 5 boxes, 6 boxes. I don't know. I have 60 or 70 because they're great, and I use them all the time. Okay, if you're coming in late, put your label for your cling stamps. These are the red rubber stamps, right? And I have had people ask me this before. When you get a photopolymer stamp set, you're not going to have labels because you can see through them. So don't look for the labels because they're not going to be in there. All right? They're not in there. They're gone because they never were there. Okay. And then just press it down. All right. I'm going to move this one for just a minute because I don't want it to get into the mix of mush. Now again, I have my little handy color chart, pattern chart, gray granite, night of navy, Pacific Point, and starry sky. It's an easy color palette, but beautiful. Yeah, that gray granite. I love gray granite. And I think I want one of those stylish shapes. Now, where did those go? They really are the new stitched shapes. They are fresh. They are updated, right? Ooh, so cute. So this, again, available right now to demonstrators as a pre-order item. Available to customers the 3rd. And I was asked by one beautiful customer this morning, how early can we order these things? You can order, it goes live, it's scheduled to go live at 3 a.m. Yes, 3 a.m. Mountain Time. I would say hold off to 4 a.m. because sometimes there are little things they're trying to fix in the system, right? It just happens. They are basically releasing thousands of items. So, unless I know, some of us fight insomnia, right? We do. Yeah, acetate boxes are retiring. I know, both sizes. So, get yourself some. Let's check this one out. I always love, oh, it's so cute. I know, I've stamped a bazillion times, but I've told you this before, my favorite part about paper crafting is putting the ink to the paper. That's it. That's all I need. Well, I mean, eventually I'm going to need to, I like to make the project, but if I just stamped all day, I seriously would still be happy. Okay. The other great thing that happened last week, well, first of all, I didn't get Botox last week, so that was good. But the other really great thing is, and my friend Katie's husband always teases me about this, but he'll years ago or whatever, I guess he doesn't ask me to go anywhere anymore, but years ago he'd be like, do you want to go out to dinner with us? And I'd be like, no, it's tax season. Just as a shortcut, like, it's not personal tax season, but it's tax season at my work for me. And so, like, case in point, there's several different times of year when I just call it tax season as a general thing to really shortcut it for him. That means, like, I can't do a bunch of extra stuff. Pretty much, I think when I got sick, he just stopped asking, right? But, this is tax season for me. And so I just finished a very large report on Thursday afternoon. Now see, I tied a knot in this. Okay. And then I'm going to kind of manipulate it and see what I like. And I'll probably end up trimming it, but I wanted it a little longer than I thought I might want it. So anyway, yeah, it's the end of tax season, phase 1. It doesn't mean I'm still busy. I'm just not chaotic and working extra hours. So for the first few weeks in particular, I always feel like, oh my gosh, I'm getting off work so early. It's just kind of funny. So, okay. So anyway, I'm starting it. As I said, I finished my, okay, again, back to the card. Seal Plus, go slowly. It will rip your paper up. Especially on DSP. I have found that it's sometimes not very successful on DSP. You just have to use liquid glue or glue dots. Okay, so this is kind of an interesting way to put the ribbon. But see, this ribbon is really moldable. It'll do so many little things that we... Oh, thank you, Jean. Jean says, ladies, sorry, only the small cards are left. Card boxes, acetate card boxes are left. Now, I have been able to find some online before. I will say, though, because I have some that are the wrong size, and I'm waiting to find a use for these, 4 boxes of card boxes that I bought years ago before we had them. Make sure you get the right dimensions. And if you need the dimensions, take it out of the current catalog that is to retire on Tuesday. Or, you know, email me and I can send you a picture of the label. Because you want them to be the right depth with all that stuff. Okay, where do we want this? I feel like I want it there. See, this is kind of the fun thing is with this paper, it's manageable and you can just be like checking out the different areas. And I might cut it on the bias, but you don't really notice that so much with this ribbon because it's all over the place. So it just kind of does its thing, right? Okay, does its thing. Ooh, it's so cute. I think I want to put some basic rhinestones on it. Now remember this beautiful gem. Remember this? Oh my gosh, this has made my life, my embossing life, so easy. Because look, you flip through it like if you were looking for records. Boy, that takes me back to like 4 or 5 years old. However, it's so useful, except where are my plain, do I have any basic rhinestones? I don't know. That's so odd. Where are you guys? I have the iridescent ones, but no, that's too much color. Well, that is so funny. I must have just put them, I don't know where they are. But in any case, we could use these clear faceted dots. Let's take a look at those, see what they look like. Now, these packets that I'm using, again, this was Patty Bennett, not me. And they're called Avery, that brand Avery that does all the office materials. Avery Passport packets, or something like that. Just look up Avery Passport on Amazon, and they're there. And I only bought like 3 packages, I think. Worked like a charm. Okay, these are clear, okay? So they're really only adding a little bit of shine and a little texture. Maybe I'll put this, maybe I want to put it down here where there's nothing else. Yeah. Oh man, these are pretty cards. They're really pretty. Best wishes and happy thoughts. Hello there. All right, I'm really, let's see, it's 6:45 already. Lord. Let's see how many cards I can get done in 15 minutes. Okay, and then I'll let you leave the classroom. Let's do one that is landscape. Oh gosh. Part of the problem is just so much stuff. You can see it over to the left there, and it just gets crazier. You guys, I have designed, again, for the 2-day event, you have 5 different kits to choose from. 4 designs each. So each kit will make 8 cards with envelopes and a 3D project. And each kit is $25. So I have made 20 different designs of cards. Really, I did, let's say 12 of them this weekend. So you can see why I watched all of Ozark, and you can see why I'm a little stacked up when you see my supplies here. So anyway, that's what's going on. Now let's see, what do we want? I really like the heartfelt thank you right over here in the corner. I think that's what I'm liking. They're all great though, but if I were doing a gift set, I would probably do a couple of thank you cards at least. Yeah, I would do a couple. Jean is asking me, went down a pinch? You don't have to put the labels on. Check it out. Some people don't even put the labels on. I find I really like the labels. I need to be able to see what I'm stamping, and also they're sticky. They're more sticky than just the sponge. But if you're just getting a stamp set out and, you know, you're in a pinch or whatever, and then I think this, well, I think it might be cute right down there. I certainly don't want to cover up this little dandelion thing, right? So, now how do I want to do it? I don't know that I want it on white, but these are really too big. I guess we're going to go with the strip again. And I think, let me look at that silver. It is awfully pretty. But I like gray granite. I like the gray granite again. So let me just do a little short strip of white. It'll be a little thick one. Maybe I should use that square. I don't know. Because this is kind of a thick sentiment. Again, I'm going to do my lazy measuring, right? And I can get away with 1 1/4. It is going to be, I'm gonna have to watch it though. You have to watch what I do, and don't be messing around, Lisa. Watch what you're doing. That's the toughest part. Okay. Oh, see, I can always take it down a tiny bit more. Maybe like another 1/8. You're devastated that they retired the acetate boxes. I am so sorry to bring you that news. But yes. Well, designing your own boxes is fun too, Kathy. But like I said, once I find a good source online, I'm happy to hand that off to you guys. Or, like I said, just when you're looking for the measurements and you're looking at other options, really make sure you have the depth and all the measurements correct. Okay. On that note, there's my gray granite again. Here and here. Here we go. Nature's prints, and they are so pretty. I'm catching some glare. I've got to bring that to me, close to me. Oh yeah, a heartfelt thank you. That is pretty. I am also tempted to stamp directly on this DSP, but it's kind of dark. You would have to like stamp and emboss it, and then, you know, what's the rule? Stamp before you stick. So I don't think I'll be doing that. Now, I kind of like it like this. Let's see. Oh, okay. I like that. It's kind of pretty. I might like a little bit more. I thought I wanted it right at the corner, but I think I want it like that. But you know what? It's too like blank. I need a pattern on it. And so you know what I like to do with this little tricky trick I do is basically I do some 2nd or 3rd generation stamping directly over the sentiment. And we're going to take this little flower, and so I inked it up in gray granite, and so why don't I use Starry Sky again, but it's going to be 2nd or 3rd generation, and we're going to test it out. Starry, starry sky. And that's not the song. It's Starry Night, but I will not sing it for you to your relief. Oh, that's so charming. Yep, okay. I think 2nd generation is just fine. Do I want it to go like just one image across the whole thing? Maybe. Ooh, that's kind of dark. Look what I did. Okay, we can do this. We can do this with the sentiment in Starry Sky. And, look, I have more paper. We'll do the sentiment in Starry Sky, and then we will do the flower in, like, gray granite. Okay. Where'd my block go? Oh, precarious. Look at this. Open ink pad, finished cards. Precariously placing things, Lisa. Okay. Starry Sky on deck. Notice the silence. Oh, that's pretty. I think I like that better anyway. And then I will bring the gray granite in with the flower, right? Where are you? Here we go. And then we will get, it's just a little something. It's not DSP, but it is just a little something, right? Oh my gosh, there's a clearboxes.com. Well, shocking. My gosh, I think about the times when I was like running around town, all over this town, looking for those boxes, you know, before Stampin' Up! Sold them. And now I'm like, oh, the kids these days, they don't know the hell I went through. They just go to clearboxes.com. Oh, yeah. Do we like that? Because I like that. You need to let me know that you're still alive by giving me the thumbs up. A happy face, a laughing face, a heart. No angry faces. Don't do that to me. Don't you do it. I don't want to see any angry faces. But everything else is good to go. Oh, I better use the paper trimmer. I'm hoping you guys are liking these because I'm really liking them. Yes, I think they're really quite fun. Okay. So, oh, you guys are going to like this tag. It ended up, oh, there we go. Thank you so much. If you don't ask for it, right? If you don't ask for response, nobody will give it to you. So you just got to do that. This needs to be trimmed down a tiny bit. I think I trimmed the first one down, but not the whole thing. Okay, I am off screen. I realize that because I'm doing just a tiny trim. I don't even know. Can the paper trimmer handle this? It can, because that's how good it is. All right, it makes all the difference. It's probably 1/8 of an inch, but it makes all the difference. Looks like I need to change my blade out. You could have it this way, but I feel like I want it down at the bottom. Thank you so much. Angry faces. Oh, because we want enchiladas. Well, you know, I mean, Jean, whose fault is that you don't live in Boise, Idaho? Mine? No. I'm not living in North Dakota. Don't even ask. I don't think I'm not tough enough, Jean. I would never make it. You would have to, like, you know, you just have to help me a lot because I wouldn't be outdoors for like 5 or 6 months out of the year. You would just have to help me. Okay, that is very pretty. And now I think we can use some of our starry sky. Hey, and guess what? I think my enchiladas are kind of tasty, if I do say so myself. Don't mean to rub it in or anything, but they're kind of tasty. Oh, now look at these. They're so charming. So they're ombre, right? So you get all of one color, like in my In Color Club. You get a strip of these, and they're all of one color, but they're ombre. And so I don't use them in a line. You can if you want. But I'm mixing it up. Now that might drive some of you crazy. Kathy Strang, can you handle that? Because I want to see the different colors. But yeah, I'd have to craft a whole lot more, right? I'd have somebody bring my groceries in, and that would be it. I wouldn't be able to do anything else. Okay, I'm not going to be able to get all 6 of these cards done, but I am going to do a lot of them. Oh, Lord. This one, I don't even know if I want to put anything on it. I think I want to leave it. Remember, I was just telling you, like, we should just leave some of it. So let's leave that. And we can just put in the inside, You're on My Mind. So beautiful. Sometimes I just need to let the paper do the talking, right? Even though I want to add all the things. I love this little flower in gray granite. It's so pretty. Well, I hope, okay, so, oh, Kay, that's so, hello, Kay. I never get to see you, Kay. I hope you're doing fine. And she says, she sent hundreds of hearts today. Oh, she sent hundreds of hearts, honey. Oh, that's so sweet. Kay, I think you are moving, and so I hope that's going well. Or maybe you just moved. I know I saw something about that. Yes. So I hope all of that went really well for you. Or I hope that, you know, it's exciting. Okay, now see, again, I don't have a label on this, so be careful, Lisa. Don't go crazy. I'm going to test it out. Oh, that's pretty. I'm always telling my stampers, when they leave class, I want the grid paper to be filthy. I want them to test stuff out. You've got to test it out. Oh, look at that. You can't buy a card this pretty in the store. I defy you. I mean, I dare you to defy me on that. You can't do it. You know why? They aren't there. You get the fuglies. You get the, oh, I can't believe I just said that. And I almost thought I said, not fugly, but something else. Because that's how I feel when I see those cards. I have strong feelings. Can you tell? Oh my gosh. No fugly cards. Only beautiful Stampin' Up! Cards. You don't need a thing on that now. I'm tempted to put a little embellishment, but I'm not going to. All right, it's 6:58. Oh, sorry, I yelled. 6:58. That one also. Stanza. Let's see. What could we add to it? What could we add to it? I don't know. It's pretty well placed. I like that one too. Although it has to have a different sentiment, right? And let's do the best wishes and happy thoughts again. And we're going to put that sentiment in the middle so that basically it's one of those cards when you don't want to write a bunch of stuff. You take it up with a sentiment, right? You've played that game before. I know you have. You like, get a big fat sentiment so we don't have to write to them. I don't know what to say. Let's do a big huge sentiment. All right. Now if you mess up and you stamp inside your card and you don't like the stamping, here's another little trick. You just cut a piece of cardstock for the inside and redo it. So cute though. Best wishes and happy thoughts. Love. You put a huge love on there. So you just sign your name, right? Oh gosh, I wish I could have written more, but the card was so small. I know, Jean. I love them too. It's things I say. So isn't it cool that we have a stamp for it? Although I did, oh my gosh, one of the cards, you guys, I can't wait till I can start like showing you guys the cards I made for the online, for the Fever Fest, Spring Fever Fest. I keep calling it that. Or I just keep calling it the classes, but it's the Spring Fever Fest. I can't wait. There's one that I made a sentiment for because we didn't have it. And I'm hoping it's received well because I thought it was funny as heck. But anyway, you know me. Thank you so much, Glenda, and hello to you. You're moving the 6th of June, Kay. Well, that's coming up. That is coming up. Change is, I hate to say change is hard, but it is. Sometimes change is fun. But, you know, change is just change, isn't it? And so I wish you the very best with that. Okay, I had to put something on that. These are carrying over to the annual catalog. So don't freak out. You can get them. But you want to have some of them in your stash. Now, okay, I need to do something. Oh my gosh. I need to do something with this one. And then I'm going to show you all the cards. I realize it's 7:01, but hang with. Hang with. You can do it. Let's see here. I'm tempted to put a die cut on it. I don't know. I really liked that wreath. But it could just be something, you know, you can't use the wreath again because that's not going to work. Here's what we could do. There's a stamp in here that's the fern, right? See it? We could be brave and stamp that on this paper. Are we brave enough? Oh, well, hello, Carla. You're going to have to watch the replay because this stamp set, we love it. Don't we love it, everybody? Thumbs up if you love Nature's Prints and the sun print paper. So we took a piece of paper that didn't look like we should cut it because it was so pretty. And we chopped it up, Carla. We did. I wonder, this is a dark color. Can we stamp? And will we see it if we stamp in Orchid Oasis? I don't know. If we don't see it, then I will stamp over it, right? I'm just really, this, oh, you can see it. You can see it. It's really kind of fun. And then it doesn't look like Orchid Oasis necessarily, though. It just looks like the print. It's really kind of fun. Okay, so now at least I have, the pattern is kind of extending out. And then what I really want to do is one more down at the bottom here. Now this is really janky what I'm doing, but look, I don't want it to be on the border, but right, you're not supposed to stamp after you stick, but I did. So then I had to make up something. But it works. It still works. Hey, who's in here? Who is it? Is it Tango or Cassie? Hello, Tango. I heard Twinkle Toes back behind me. Oh my. We had quite a time yesterday. I think you probably saw that I went plant shopping for annuals, which was super fun. Hadn't been in a while. Was just like in bliss. But I took the pickup, and you know, I didn't want to leave the children because they're my children. And so I let them get in the pickup. Well, they're not used to riding in a pickup, okay? These kids are soft kids, okay? They are used to riding in the car in these special beds I bought them that are fleece lined, and it kind of like hugs them, and they can look out the window and all this stuff. So the pickup is like, I don't know, 30 years old. It's smaller, but it's old. And I love it because it's just, there's nothing wrong with it. Well, no, there's a lot wrong with it, but there's no sensors on it. So you don't know. You don't know what's wrong with it until it just stops or catches on fire. Okay? I'm loving that kind of freedom after. The car has all sorts of sensors, right? So I was thinking about using that twine, but now, no. I just want to stick with kind of what we were working with. Okay. So anyway, so let the dogs go with, and they were okay. Cash was not loving it, and he started shaking and panting well before we were where we were going to the nursery. So I was like, well, you're going to have to hang in there, bud, because we're not just, you know, going to pull over. And anyway, then we got into a little bit of stop and go traffic. I mean, not even horrible, okay? And Tango, Andrea says hello. He says, oh, he's looking at me, Andrea. He says hello. Yes, Andrea says hello to you. Do you know that lady? You know her. She's a Stamper friend. Yeah, you know her. Okay, so anyway, we got into a little bit of stop and go traffic, and when I pressed on the brake, Cash flopped down into the part where your feet are. Okay? He flopped off the seat into that. And then he was freaked out. Okay, look at this. This is so pretty. It has a beveled edge. I'm in love with it. There we go. It has a beveled edge on this really cool shaped die. Right? And so this is the perfect place to use it because it's we need a little extra. So best wishes and happy thoughts fits right on there beautifully. Let's do a little Orchid Oasis just to pep it up. So yeah, finally we got to, well, you know, I had a few errands I had to do. I was feeling good, so we were getting stuff done. But when we got to Far West, the nursery, he thought he was going to be able to get out. And then he was like trying to basically crawl on me when I was trying to get out. And I was like, no, bud, you're staying. And so I could see them like looking out the window the whole time. It's pretty funny. We made it home somehow. God knows, I don't know how. And he rushed out. I'm sure he was like, thank God. Thank you for sharing, Pam. Pam gives me a final, very kind reminder. Pam is always so nice to share. And thank you so much for sharing, my lovelies. It is how we get new viewers to the Stamping Zoo. And I don't think I've mentioned it. I can't believe I haven't mentioned this. But you know what? I sell all of these products we've been using tonight. So never you fear. If you would like to have any of these products, I would love to be your demonstrator and help you out with that. You can private message me. You can look at my website, which is, guess what? thestampingzoo.com. And I own that name, so don't try to franchise it. So anyway, yes, you can go over to thestampingzoo.com. You can hit the Shop Now button. But I'll tell you, friends, I really want you to wait. If you would like to sign up to be a demonstrator, I would like you to wait until the 3rd. Because guess what? The company has a screaming deal to sign up for the starter kit, which, yes, it is called the demonstrator agreement, but basically it's like being a happy shopper. So when you first sign up, you get to choose $125 of product of your choice for $99 plus tax, free shipping, free paper pumpkin kit, or a coupon for the kit, I believe, free business supplies, plus for the month of May, you are going to get free in-color products in the amount of $66.50 US. I can't even believe it. That is such a cool add-on. I love it so much. So I'm really happy. I'm hoping I can welcome a few of you to my team. You get other benefits for being on my team. And we are I always like to say, we are a small and growing team. So if you like to be a part of, the action when it starts, then I might be the right team leader for you. But you know what I am willing to do? I'm willing to talk with you about it. And then no pressure. If you end up deciding you just want to stay a customer, or you end up deciding that, no, I'm not the right person to be your team leader, that's okay. I want you to make the right choice for you. So I'm always willing to talk about what the company offers and what I offer without pressuring you. That's not my role. My role is to give you information, and then you decide what's best for you. Okay, so wrapping it up, we made 6 cards tonight. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I think I'm really proud of us because we cut that paper, right? I think I'm going to have to show them to you this way. I'm so proud of us because we cut that paper, right? And then we let it shine. Oh. And so this, again, is the Nature's Prints bundle. Okay? The Sun Prints Suite. It is in the new catalog. I am able to play with it because as a demonstrator, happy shopper, whatever you want to call yourself, you can order early. They let us order early from a large selection of products. And so that's just one of the many benefits of joining my team. So if you live in the United States, you can do that. And do you guys have a favorite card? I don't even know what to say. Ooh, thanks for the love. Look at these cards, you guys. They're really, I'm so glad. I need to fan them out. I'm so glad that I took the time to make some note cards, because this is going to be a beautiful set to give to somebody. And it's so nice to have something like this when you're getting together with a friend you haven't seen for a while, or just someone that you enjoy their company, right? Look at these. I'll take still photos, and you can really appreciate that paper. Now let me get the paper out. Once again, I think I have it right over here. So what we started with, oh yes, see? I'm not intimidated anymore. Oh, yay. Oh, maybe I've cut part of it, but let me see here. Let me see what I have. I have been using a lot of this paper. Okay, so yeah, I did cut a little bit of it, but basically we started with this paper, right? And you know, some of you knew exactly what to do with it, but I didn't know. I didn't know what to do with this paper. So, oh, Kathy says she's going to be cutting it soon. I'm so glad to hear that. It is brilliant, DSP. And so I'm really glad that we had a nice chat tonight. Thank you so much. Get yourself some of this paper for sure. Better yet, buy the entire suite. Again, it was about $76. Look at this one. I don't know that this isn't my favorite, and it's like almost the one that's the most blank. It's beautiful. This label die is really gorgeous. So I thank you all so much for joining me. Again, I will post still pictures of these probably tomorrow. But in the meantime, have a lovely night or day if you're joining me from Australia. And I will see you all soon, okay? Thank you so much. I do go live regularly on Thursday nights, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Thanks again.